Parents of 43 missing Mexican students have visited Los Angeles to gain support for their cause. Clipper star Chris Paul stopped by Los Angeles YMCA to promote this summer's Special Olympics.
If the military didn't get me to quit, then school's not going to get me to quit.
And the campus-wide ban on smoking will take effect next fall at CSUN.
This is Valley View News.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Valley View News. I'm Jasmine Dalton.
And I'm Araceli Solis.
Caravan of 43 is a project that has brought to the United States parents and classmates of the 43 students who went missing in Mexico last September. The parents are in dispute with the Mexican government over whether the students are dead or still alive. The government says the youngsters are dead, killed by drug traffickers with the help of a corrupt town mayor. The parents believe the students are alive and want authorities to keep searching until they find them. Valley View's Dianise Lopez Reyes has the story of the parents' visit to Los Angeles.
Relatives and friends of the 43 students from Ayotzinapa, Mexico, who were allegedly kidnapped by Mexican police, have begun the campaign Caravana 43 in the United States. Their purpose is to provide an international forum for the parents who have lost their children in a government of corruption and impunity. On their second day in Los Angeles, students, professors, and members of Cal State Northridge welcomed 2 members from the Caravana 43 to share what happened on the day of students' disappearance and their struggles for justice by the Mexican government.
Yeah, we also learned that the investigation led to this the incineration of the bodies in this dumpster.
Con esa esperanza de encontrarlos vivos.
Again, we are very unhappy with the police, the local police, and the Mexican government. But we have hope because we have spoken with people that actually have said that they have seen the students.
They seek the support of the community of Los Angeles to demand the continuance in the investigation of the disappearance of the 43 students.
Y pues nosotros decimos, ¿no? Todas las organizaciones, pues
We would like to tell to global organizations that it is time to not allow any further injustice to human rights. As the saying goes, the people must save the people. It's time to help each other and work together to create a network of justice.
On the third-day visit, they met with activists and community members of Los Angeles at Olvera Street Plaza to raise money to continue their journey. People showed their support with banners and a map representing Mexico made from natural flowers.
As an actress, when I have to interpret a mother or a person who has lost a child, obviously I think of these stories. The 43 missing students and the hundreds of other cases that had happened around the world is a reality. When I see their eyes, I see a lot of pain. We cannot forget about this. If we let ourselves to forget about these injustices, it means that we're not humans.
No humanos. To conclude the visit in the city of Los Angeles and continue the journey to other states, they will carry out a march that will start here at Olvera Street to the Consulate General of Mexico in Los Angeles. Dianise Lopez Reyes, Valley View News.
A woman in Santa Barbara County has tested negative for Ebola. Officials say she was isolated when she developed a fever because she recently returned from a country where an Ebola outbreak occurred. People who return from any of the West African countries experiencing Ebola are monitored and cleared after 21 days if they don't develop symptoms.
U.S. Senator Ted Cruz has announced that he will be running for president in the 2016 election.
I believe in the power of millions of courageous conservatives rising up to reignite the promise of America. And that is why today I am announcing that I'm running for President of the United States.
The conservative Republican from Texas said he favors repealing the Affordable Care Act and abolishing the Internal Revenue Service. His 2 daughters and wife were there to support him during the big announcement. Cruz marks the first Republican to declare his candidacy.
Supporters of a Los Angeles Unified School District teacher have rallied outside Paul Revere Charter Middle School. History teacher Stephen Carnine is accused in a lawsuit of making racially charged remarks in his classroom. The lawsuit was filed last week by a parent of one of his current students. Carnine allegedly made racial remarks about African Americans and people of Jewish culture. Supporters of Carnine say his comments were taken out of context. They were intended for a discussion about racial stereotypes. LAUSD officials are reviewing the lawsuit and say the safety and respect of students is their highest priority.
California State University Northridge will be the newest addition to the list of smoke and tobacco-free campuses later this year. Valley View News reporter Araceli Solis has more on this story.
Starting this fall semester, students like these will have to go outside of the CSUN campus to smoke. For many years, the smoking policy at California State University Northridge has banned tobacco use within 20 feet of campus buildings in specified areas. But starting this fall, CSUN will implement a campus-wide smoking ban. Many are already frustrated by the new policy.
If the military didn't get me to quit, then school's not going to get me to quit. You know, it's going to come from me. So, I mean, I think if you're going to want to restrict smoking, maybe restrict it to an area on campus.
In her statement, CSUN President Diane Harrison says the new policy comes after a 2013 survey done by the program Help Make CSUN Shine Bright. Results show students strongly supported making CSUN a smoke-free campus. Some Matadors are happy this policy will reduce their exposure to secondhand smoke.
It's a positive thing. I kind of get bothered when there's like smoke being blown in my face, so I think it'll be like overall a good health thing.
One of the biggest concerns for students and staff with short breaks in between classes is the amount of time it would take to go off campus. Some tobacco users understand the health problems involved, but think this campus-wide ban is not the way to go about it.
Going off campus is just unrealistic, and it's a public school. It's not a private school, so this is all public space. So I don't think they have the right to tell people what they can or cannot do that's already legal.
CSUN will now join Cal State Fullerton, San Diego State University, and the entire UC system in implementing a campus-wide smoking ban.
CSUN's president also added in her statement that she hopes this new policy will give students and faculty an opportunity to improve their personal lifestyle choices. The Student Health Center currently offers counseling and various programs to help Matadors stop smoking. In Northridge, Araceli Solis, Valley View News.
An American may be among some medical students who've gone to Syria to work in ISIS-controlled hospitals. The others in the group of 11 include students from England, Canada, and Sudan. The Observer newspaper says many of the students' parents are living near the border between Turkey and Syria in hopes that the students will return. One parent told the newspaper in Turkey he knows his daughter is trying to help, but there are other ways and he wants her to come home. British officials say they're providing assistance to the families and have asked Turkish police to try and locate the group.
A Colorado woman is in critical condition after being stabbed and having her unborn child cut from her womb. Michelle Wilkins told police she was attacked after responding to a Craigslist ad for baby clothes. Police say former nurses aide Dynell Lane told them she cut the fetus from Wilkins. The fetus did not survive. Authorities say a murder charge will depend on whether the fetus was old enough to have lived outside the womb. A candlelight vigil was held for Wilkins. Supporters donated $25,000 to help her family with hospital fees. Lane is being held on $2 million bail.
A television reporter in New York died shortly after covering a huge fire in Queens. Lisa Calagrossi suffered a brain hemorrhage. She was in her station's news van when she realized something was wrong. She was rushed to the hospital, but died the next day. Calagrossi worked for WABC Channel 7. The news reporter and anchor was 49 years old. She is survived by her husband and 2 sons.
An animal shelter is usually a very noisy place. Valley View News' Samantha Benitez has a story on a shelter that's making changes to help their animals relax.
The Petco Foundation has donated $50,000 to help pay for sound barriers at the Ventura County Animal Shelter in Camarillo. The installation of sound barriers here is expected to reduce noise levels by 80%, as well as improve the quality of life for employees and animals. Shannon, who bought a boxer mix from this location 12 years ago, says she really likes another new policy change they have made.
It's good that there are no kill now. That's the main thing.
The staff aims to change the face of municipal shelters and is started by tearing down old fences and planting lavender in the yards. Randy Friedman, the media marketing manager, says the problem has been that some dogs can't get sleep while their neighbors are barking.
The sound barriers will absorb the sound and finally, give also the staff a chance to see the animals calm.
Over the last year, new beds have also been installed for every animal, as well as a 60-speaker sound system to play calming music throughout the day. Since it is an open admission shelter, outdoor exercise areas have been expanded so that the animals can enjoy the nice weather and socialize. The Camarillo location has been a no-kill shelter as of 2014 and is home to nearly 220 dogs, 90 cats, 80 rabbits, and 2 horses, just to name a few. The shelter staff has proudly achieved a live release rate of 90% and looks forward to the changes that the sound barriers will continue to make. In Camarillo, I'm Samantha Benitez, Valley View News.
President Obama has hosted a fair for young scientists and engineers at the White House. Marking its 5th anniversary, they had the opportunity to showcase their inventions, robots, and discoveries. This year included a specific focus on girls and women who are excelling in science, technology, engineering, and math. Exhibits included a computer program to prevent cyberbullying and a solar-powered heating system. 2 Lancaster students, Jonathan Hernandez and Fanta Sinayoko, invented a wristband that can detect blood alcohol levels.
Some students from CSUN are part of a new exercise program called 100 Citizens. The kinesiology students work with people at San Fernando Recreation Park on health, fitness, and nutrition. As Valley View's Sal Samayoa reports, it's also fun.
Many come to San Fernando Park with friends to have a good time or get their workout. But others come for another reason.
Hold that ball up.
This is 100 Citizens, a program created by the kinesiology department at Cal State Northridge. Its main purpose?
Create a program that could serve the community, provide our students experiences, and let public health know what kinesiology can do for our public's health.
4 years ago, 100 Citizens was introduced to San Fernando Park, bringing awareness of a public health crisis of physical inactivity and diabetes. The program serves the local community, and the cost to join the program?
It's 100% free, so that's the best part, so there's really no excuse to join.
Xavier Salaya is one of the lead instructors at the park and director of the diabetes prevention program. He joined last summer as a volunteer and has seen the benefits working with participants.
It's been a great experience. I've grown a lot. My communication skills have improved tremendously. I've been involved in leadership opportunities.
Participants take part in a variety of workouts. There are different group levels for everyone, ranging from beginners to advanced, and a group for seniors is available. Jerry Otto is retired and is one of the few men who attend the program.
It's like a habit now. Some people have drinking habits, some people have smoking habits. I have an exercise habit.
San Fernando Park is just one of 4 parks where 100 Citizens takes place. And now Dr. Loy is looking forward to expanding the program in different areas.
We've expanded this program from San Fernando into 3 other parks in the Los Angeles area, and we'll be bringing it into 2 parks in South LA this summer.
Meanwhile, Jerry also enjoys being around these young students and their energy.
They're the ones who motivate me, they push me. They know I could do a little bit more, so I'll do a little bit more. And they know when to lay off, too.
Xavier has seen great strides in his life and Jerry's.
The stories that we have here at 100 Citizens, one of the phenomenal things that he's done is lost a lot of weight. He's been off his cholesterol medications and several other medications I know he's been on.
The workouts can be excruciating for some, but the reward is greater than the pain. In San Fernando, Sal Samayoa, Valley View News. Still to come, a studio guest from the San Fernando Valley Rescue Mission is here to talk about homelessness in the valley.
Also, we will find out which Dodgers starting pitcher will begin the season on the disabled list.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Homelessness has troubled major U.S. cities from decades. Now, some experts say San Fernando Valley is having problems as well.
Julio Huerta met in Studio V with an advocate who's working to help homeless families in the valley.
I'm here today with April Lind, who is the Community Relations Coordinator at the San Fernando Valley Rescue Mission. In Los Angeles, homelessness or people that are homeless, people think of Skid Row because that's where the highest concentration of homeless people are in the whole Los Angeles greater area. But people don't think about the San Fernando Valley or the valley where we are. Can you please talk a little bit about the issue in the San Fernando Valley regarding homeless people?
Yeah, definitely. LA County is known as the homeless capital of America. There's between 50 and 80,000 homeless people in the county. And yes, Skid Row is definitely the highest concentration, but in every community, every neighborhood, there's homeless individuals and families. And the valley, there's around 10 to 12,000 homeless people, and about a third of that population is made up of families.
Sometimes people are approached by panhandlers and people that they ask them for money, and they really want to help, but they're conflicted.
Yeah.
So what should they do? How should they approach that situation?
Yeah, that's a really good question. We get asked that a lot. There's a ton of different kinds of homelessness and reasons that lead to it, and so it's complex to say it all is caused by one thing, but you can never go wrong with being kind, with smiling at someone. They're a human being, and we typically discourage giving out money, but you could carry granola bars, a bottle of water, even give out backpacks with hygiene products. And then also at our organization, we have something called resource directories that share all the local resources for homeless individuals, and those are available. We can email or mail them to people.
So talk about the organization that you represent, the San Fernando Valley Rescue Mission. What are some of the services that you provide?
Yeah, the San Fernando Valley Rescue Mission, we have a shelter for families, and so we house single dads, single moms, or couples with children, and typically around 60% of our guests are under the age of 12, and so we provide shelter, food, clothing, but also life skills classes, financial literacy, parenting, and then supportive services to help them find permanent housing and work if they're not already working. And then we also have a mobile meal and shower program that we have a actual truck with a shower trailer that goes out to 8 different locations in the valley, and people can come get clean clothes, hygiene products, and then a warm meal.
What are some of your greatest needs?
That's a great question. We love volunteers, so people typically come serve with us, and that's where they kind of get to know what the needs are. We have a guest chef program where people can come in and cook, provide the meal and cook for the families in our shelter. That's a great thing. And then we're also looking for donations for families moving into their own homes. So pots and pans, dishes, all the basics you would need to start over, which a lot of our families are doing. Those are great things to donate. So the best thing you can do for any nonprofit is email or call and ask what their need is that month or that season. And we always have a list ready. So.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
A year ago, we had a fire that destroyed our shelter in North Hollywood, and everything was declared a complete loss. Thankfully, no one was injured. And thanks to the support of our community now, a year later, we're getting ready to open a 90-bed family shelter in Northridge. That'll open in June, and we're really excited to have more space to serve families and the community. So, yeah, we're excited about that.
Thank you very much for being here with us. Back to you.
Now let's turn it over to Lorena Mejia to tell us about the latest news in sports.
The CSUN women's basketball team played a great game in the NCAA tournament, but wound up losing to the Stanford Cardinal. The CSUN Matadors were underdogs against number 4 seed Stanford. Northridge ended the first half on top 29-28, but Stanford played a strong second half and won 73-60. The loss marks the end of CSUN's women's basketball season. One of the greatest point guards in NBA history is officially hanging up his sneakers. Los Angeles Lakers guard Steve Nash is retiring. The 41-year-old announced his retirement with a letter on the Players Tribune, a website where he is a senior producer. Nash used his announcement to thank those who helped him in his career. He recognized his family, coaches, training staff, and his teammates. Nash is an 8-time NBA All-Star and 2-time league MVP. He racked up the 3rd most assists in league history over a 19-year career. NBA All-Star Chris Paul has turned into a coach and referee, at least for a day. Paul teamed up with Los Angeles 2015 World Games and Kaiser Permanente to host a basketball clinic. He ran drills with the kids at the Crenshaw YMCA in Los Angeles, and then refereed a scrimmage. The kids then sat down with the NBA guard to ask him questions about his career. The 2015 Special Olympic World Games will be held in Los Angeles this July. The Games will be the biggest international sports and humanitarian event this year. They will also be the biggest event in Los Angeles since the 1984 Olympics. Dodgers starting pitcher Hyun-jin Ryu will start the season on the disabled list. He was sent to Los Angeles to meet with team doctors because he felt discomfort in his throwing shoulder. The soreness began the day after a March 17th spring training started in Arizona. Ryu has won 28 games in his 2 seasons in LA, posting a 3.17 earned run average. The doctors hope Ryu can return within a month. They may consider trading for a pitcher before the start of the season on April 6th if it looks like Ryu will be out longer. Former NFL player Darren Sharper has been sentenced to 9 years in federal prison after he pleaded guilty to sexual assault in Arizona. Sharper admitted sexually assaulting a woman and trying to attack another in 2013. He's also expected to change his plea on similar allegations in Los Angeles, where he has been jailed for the past year. He pleaded not guilty to drugging and raping 2 women there in 2013. He also faces charges in Las Vegas this week and in New Orleans in the next month. In each state, he's accused of drugging and sexually assaulting women. The alleged crimes all happened after Sharper retired as a player in 2011. That does it for news on the world of sports. Jasmine and Araceli, back to you.
Coming up, we will hear more about a CSUN graduate and what she has been up to after she received a Grammy nomination for her new album.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Come on, let's go.
Just a minute, I gotta finish this.
Wait, you're gonna post those pictures of Mary?
Yep. She thinks she's so hot.
But her mom and dad will see them. Her grandmother, her little sister, everyone she knows, it's gonna kill her.
Who cares? Just a couple of pictures. It's no big deal.
No big deal? Don't. This has gotta stop.
Next, we go to Samantha Benitez for her Inside Scoop on entertainment.
Thank you, Araceli. Lovers of Mexican music enjoyed an intimate concert with the graduate of CSUN. Valley View's Julio Huerta tells us how the singer has been making a name for herself in the music industry.
That is the incredible voice of CSUN graduate Isha Herrera. She recently offered a musical showcase of her Grammy-nominated album Voz y Guitarra, that is Spanish for voice and guitar, in the category for Best Mexican Regional Music Album. Before going on stage, she shared with us the story behind her unique name.
My name, Isha, is a Mayan name, and it means female bird. It's a name that my father, who's an anthropologist, linguist, gave me. He created the name for me.
Her father, a Chicano studies professor at Cal State Northridge, who is also a musician, had this to say about his daughter's performance.
This is about voice. He's a vocal artist. No gimmickry, nothing, just pure tones and sweet melodies produced by her voice.
During the concert, her family joined her on stage where they got to perform traditional Mexican music. The pleasant evening ended with an encore presentation that delighted the concert guests. In Los Angeles, Julio Huerta, Valley View News.
A new Usher song featuring Chris Brown has been leaked online early. The emotional ballad, called All Falls Down, has the R&B duo singing about heartbreak and their tendency to fall in love too easily. The single is likely to end up on Usher's 8th album, You Are, which was originally set for later this year. Usher says he is taking his time with the album, and fans can expect to see collaborations with Drake, Skrillex, and Ed Sheeran when it drops. Chris Brown has been taken off probation following a hearing in Los Angeles. Brown completed his probation from the incident where he assaulted his girlfriend at the time, Rihanna. He was sentenced to enroll in anger management classes and complete community service hours. The judge ruled Brown fulfilled the conditions of his sentence before closing the assault case against him. After the hearing, Brown tweeted, "I'm off probation, thank the Lord." Leukemia, brain, and central nervous system cancers are among the most deadly in children. One organization is raising money to help families with children battling this disease. Ken Harvey reports.
A 6-hour dance marathon called Lights, Camera, Cure had people moving and shaking at a nightclub in the name of loved ones with cancer.
You know, I've lost people to cancer, and a brother of mine 20-something years ago, and my dad had cancer.
The benefit brought not only television stars, but professional dancers, musicians, and families to Avalon Hollywood. Their cousin Jessica is fighting a brain tumor. Although she couldn't be at the event, they're dancing for her.
I think it's just a way to say, you know what, keep fighting, you can do it, and you know, she's been hanging in there, and it's been 6 long years, but I don't think she's going anywhere.
We hope for a cure because no one should ever go through this, like failing or obstacle, because these people are too precious to lose.
Lights, Camera, Cure will give proceeds from this event to Mattel Children's Hospital in order to help families who have children with cancer and to fund research. Acute myelodysplastic leukemia survivor Manny J says about 85% of his family's expenses were covered by an organization associated with Lights, Camera, Cure.
Gas, transportation, food, accommodations, bills. My family was always taken care of during my time.
Many danced the afternoon away, but not everyone was willing to get down on the floor.
My favorite dance move is sitting in the corner on my phone.
In Hollywood, I'm Ken Harvey, Valley View News.
Brian Williams has made his first public appearance since being suspended from NBC's Nightly News. The anchor attended a fundraiser held at the Shore Casino in New Jersey with his wife, Jane Stoddard. Williams made a donation of $50,000 to save Mater Dei Catholic School from being closed. Since he graduated from the school in 1977, he said it's been an important part of his life. Mater Dei High School needs a total of $1 million in donations to stay open. The film Insurgent topped the U.S. box office, earning $54 million in its opening weekend. The movie is the second installment in the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. It was released in the higher-priced 3D format, but still earned less than last year's movie Divergent. Cinderella took second place with an estimated $34.5 million in its second weekend. The Liam Neeson action film Run All Night placed third with an estimated $5 million. That's a wrap for entertainment. Now back to you.
We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Valley View News. I'm Araceli Solis.
And I'm Jasmine Dalton. Thank you for watching and have a great day.